Dun, 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 dun. You're live.
Stop pointing.
Why?
You're not supposed to point when you're on camera.
You're live.
You
No.
didn't know that? Anyways,
You.
No.
I want you.
don't point.
Who was it that said it? Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam says it, yeah.
I want you. So anyhow, welcome to Denim and Pearls.
My name is Dr. Michelle Maras.
And I'm Brian Swanson.
We are Denim and Pearls. We are business casual.
With pearls of wisdom
From the porch.
from the pouch.
The unplugged porch, apparently.
Yeah, all of our lights are not working. Uh-oh. Does that mean we got to sage the place again? Uh-oh. Or is this all part of what we're talking about today?
I don't know. What are we talking about today?
I don't know. You said something about 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D. The stars aren't aligned.
Haven't you been seeing that on social media?
I have not. I don't follow social
Then
media
why'd you
that close.
put it in?
Huh?
Why'd you put it in?
Because you wanted to talk about it.
No, I didn't.
I want to know more about it. How's that?
I don't know anything about it. All they said is that the world is shifting. So if you are experiencing a lot of weird things like
Like this?
relationships are falling apart, things just aren't working for you, things just seem like they're all going down a big freaking drain, and you're incredibly tired and you're hearing ringing in your ears, and what else does it
How
say?
did you know what my daily life's like?
If you're having all these issues, don't panic. Basically, grab your towel because you're about to go on a ride. But what they say is happening, I'm saying they as in like,
The universe.
no, the psychics and those people on TikTok are saying that there's a shifting happening in the world. And they say it's basically, we live in a 3D world, and there's a group of people moving to the 5D world. Basically, they're becoming more in tune, more into peace and harmony. And so they're having a lot of unbalance as their world is shifting from one to the other. And I'm like, so those who leave are leaving and those who stay are staying. So how
So far, so good.
So how would you know who's staying and who's going? I mean, I'm real curious because I'm sleeping like a baby. I'm having incredibly vivid dreams.
Well, see, I'm okay with this 3D thing,
I'm
4D.
having complete, what?
But I'm not getting the 5D part of this. I don't know what a 5D is.
That's why I didn't want to talk about it. I don't understand it. You're moving more
We're
into
making stuff up, is what you're saying.
no, you're moving more into peace and harmony. You're leaving this world, this 3D world that is connected and thriving on angst and pain.
So are they saying this is because of the star shift? What are they saying it's the cause?
There's a couple of things. They're not causes, it's time. So what I saw, one of the ladies on TikTok said that there's spaceships out in space and they're watching us right now because they're watching a shift. And then another person said that this is like oh gosh, it's too hard to explain. Go look it up. Because we're going to talk about something else. That Brian put this on expecting to talk about it. It's all completely, it's
Metaphysical?
It's all metaphysical. I'm not a metaphysical person, so I cannot describe or explain this. I'm just something I'm seeing.
Well, I find it curious because I'm seeing a lot of things that are relative to what you're talking about.
Yes.
I mean, I'm seeing people with high emotions. I'm seeing people who are, I mean, of all things. I mean, I got my car stolen recently. Of course, you all know that. My daughter got her car broken into. They didn't take anything, thank goodness. It just cost $280 to replace the window. But those are things that are not normal in my life. There's that, and there's the joints, and there's the heartbeats. You were mentioning something about racing hearts and stuff like that.
What joints?
My joints.
Oh, not smoking joints, his body joints.
My body joints.
Okay.
I mean, there's all these little things, so I can blame it on whatever this change in the world is. And
yeah, if
I'm looking for a reason to blame something.
Thing is if it's happening, then it's good. If it's not happening, then it's bad, I guess. I'm not sure. Go look it up.
But I'm seeing a lot of things that relate to what you're talking about. So I don't know maybe there is something. Because I mean, we always talk about We don't always talk about it, but there the conversation always comes up about magnetism and attractions, attracting the opposites attract, and you attract what you think and talk about and ask for and all those other kind of things. So why can't this be a thing?
It probably is a thing. We just don't know what it
We
is.
just don't understand it at this point.
Yeah, and honestly, the way I saw a couple of these things explaining it, I'm like, it sounds like the second coming of Christ is just you're not going to know if you're left in hell.
Well, that's always a good question. Well, that was supposed to happen in 2000. Then it was supposed to happen in 2012.
Well, here's the thought process: are we already in hell?
Well, we can always ask that. We can also
No,
we can
'cause
take
the thing is if we already are in hell, second coming already has come, and God has taken everybody. If you believe in this, God has already taken the chosen. We're all in hell. What do we do now?
well, you can also look at the fact that we're alien experiments.
That's part of it.
That's a part of it. It's not something separate.
Mm.
I look at it as something separate because when I look at the coming of Christ and what do they call that? The
Oh no, that's the biblical version. I'm still talking about the metaphysical stuff. They're saying that third shift, the third to fifth dimension shift, is because we humans are the alien hybrids that are put on this planet, and that let me see if I get this right. The aliens are here watching us shift consciousness because the ones who shift are the ones ready for the next to meet them. The ones that are still in the 3D aren't ready to meet the next level, the aliens.
well, how do I get a ticket on this train?
No idea. Go look it
up. That's what I want to know. Because they've been taking people for years. I mean, there's all the stories.
No,
of,
those are different aliens.
oh, now you've really jacked me up. Now I'm totally confused.
Yeah, there's a couple of different. I've been watching this stuff because I keep going down this crazy rabbit hole on TikTok. So they were talking about the 3D.
I'm going to take that
5D.
TikTok off your phone.
You might want to because it's making me crazy. Because now they're saying there's the gray aliens. There's a higher level than the gray aliens. The gray aliens are prepping something. The lizard ones are the ones who do not want us to survive. They're actually taking people and not doing pleasant things. And then there's another race. I don't remember what they do, but the gray aliens that everyone talks about that they got abducted, whatever,
right?
They're worker bees. There's a higher level that is waiting for us. And I think what they said, Anunnaki, I think it was like Sumerians saw them many years ago. They're the ones who taught the Sumerians writing and math, and it's crazy. Take TikTok off my phone.
It's bad enough that you watch Ancient Aliens.
I love that show, but TikToks, man, I'm like. So what this is all getting down to is we always talk about the juggling of business and life and all that, and I've noticed, and you've noticed it too. A lot of people are on edge. And a lot of people are very sensitive emotionally, but it feels like everything's falling apart. And that's why I brought that whole thing up about maybe we're all shifting to 5D. But the whole thing is...
Does it come with glasses?
No, it feels like the world is shaking. Everything's kind of shaking. Now, let's go back to what we normally talk about. You get what you seek. You get what you focus on. So if you think the world is shaking, it's falling apart, and you don't try to find something good about it, you will force it to happen.
Okay.
So if things are going bad and you're feeling very emotional, go find something that cheers you up. Find something to redirect your mind so you don't hyper-focus on something that doesn't serve you. So don't get on TikTok and watch all that crap because my gosh, my brain is all over the place.
I tell you what, I spend 10 minutes on TikTok and I can see why they talk about how much of an influence it is on our younger generation.
You can't stop. When you scroll to get away from something else pops up. It's like the algorithm is amazing because it just keeps you sucked in there. The next thing you know, an hour's gone by. It's like, you need to set an alarm. I have to do Siri, set an alarm for 10 minutes. So that I do. Oops, sorry.
I was going to say, you just set off both of our phones.
I just set off both phones.
Oh, mine didn't pick up.
But basically, so you don't get sucked down the rabbit hole. You do not realize how long you've been on it when you get on it. It's crazy.
But I think it's crazy the topics that you're on.
Well, it's because I looked at the first one, saw the planet thing, and then the algorithm realized I was on it, and so it gives me all of them.
Well, you know, it drives me crazy. I was looking, I every time, and I don't know what they did. They did something different because when I go on my Facebook thread, if I go on my phone, I get like every other thing is an advertisement. And so I went on my computer looking for particular advertisements that I wanted to tap into. And there's nothing in my thread for
That's
advertisements.
because you're not standing next to your computer for it to listen to you. You always have your phone, so it's always listening to you.
I don't talk about this subject. It's something I was thinking about, and I looked at it and whatever else, but it was just really weird because I went through my Facebook thread on my computer and I didn't have any advertisements for like 100 different posts. It was weird because I expected to go on my computer,
maybe your phone is on.
find exactly what I want.
Maybe your phone is on. What's the website search browser? You have Google on your computer and you have Safari on your phone, and that's why you've got two different things.
No, because I use the app on my phone.
Still listening.
It's always listening.
So, anyways, I don't know what we called this.
Bad Moon Rising.
Bad Moon Rising. So last night here in America, it was Halloween, and
today is All Saints Day.
Today's right? All Saints Day. Thus the I feel the bad moon rising, and people are feeling really weird. So my thought process is, welcome to November, and you've got 2 months to figure out what you want to do for your New Year's resolutions.
Yeah, start working on those.
Brian and I don't believe in New Year's resolutions, so when that thought comes into your head of what you need to work on, start working on it. Mm-hmm. And that way, for your New Year's resolution, it could be, I did it. Not,
it's like going on a diet. I'll wait till tomorrow.
Yeah, do it now.
I'll wait till January. Why wait till January? Why not do it now?
I think that's it. I have nothing to say.
There's a surprise.
I'm tired. I'm hurting.
I'm tired. Mm-hmm. Well, we can always have a short one. I mean, this is really short.
Oh, well, then keep talking. I'll fill in.
The only thing I can say is I don't know what you're reading. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's a bunch of malarkey. I don't know if it's a train that somebody's getting on.
None of us will know if it's true or not. That's the thing about it.
Well,
no one will know. If they're true, if they're right or wrong, none of us will know.
Well, all I can think of is what was Truman? Was that the name of the show where he lived in a bubble?
Well, he didn't live in a bubble. It was a whole fake world.
Yeah.
The Truman Show.
Yes, the Truman Show. Hey, I at least got that part of it. But that to me is kind of the same thing. You don't know where you're at until you look.
No, the thing is with this 3D, 5D thing, you can have all the symptoms that they say you're shifting, okay? But no one will know. My thing is, you can say, hey, you were right. We moved to 5D. No, because if you move to 5D, you don't care. And if you are still in 3D, you don't know how long the shift is. It could be the next 20 years for all we know.
I think somebody just got started on this kick, and it's one of those things.
No, there's a whole bunch of psychics online. A whole bunch of them.
Yeah, but if we lived our world through psychics.
They're not psychics. They're supposedly channeling from the other dimension. They're channeling from another race of higher beings. So, like I said, you will never know if they're right or wrong. You don't know how long the time shift is, and we don't know. If you care, you're probably in 3D. If you don't care, you're probably already moved to 5D. And I said, well, how do you know in my mind? How do you know? I mean, he could be sitting right next to me. I've moved to 5D and he's in 3D, but in his world, I'm still here. He sees the old vibration in me, and my 5D self is gone. So I don't even know this is existing. Unprovable.
Oh my God.
It's so crazy wild.
Oh.
I know who would be able to explain it to us. Raven.
I don't know. I don't know if she's so much into that.
We'll have to ask Raven.
That direction.
All I know is it's just
she might.
It's confusing, and I've chosen to go 5D, so I'm gone. Ciao.
Ciao. I'm out. Peace out. Guess you don't have to worry about the elections this week.
No.
Well, this coming week.
Well, that's my thing is, you wouldn't know.
This is true.
You just wouldn't know. You wouldn't know if your higher self shifted because your self-centered part is still sitting here.
I just want to know when the world's going to explode, and I'm going to get rid of all of my credit cards so that I can run them up first.
Start running them up.
Give me a date. I was so hoping that would happen in the year 2000. All the credit cards, they said the computers were all going to blow up. And I was like, I need to get rid of all of the credit I owe. They'll never know. It's kind of the same thing. If I'm not here, I don't know. I think I don't know. I somewhat believe in some of the stuff, I guess. But there's so much stuff that really can't be proven that how do you believe in it?
Well, there's a lot of things you can't prove, but my thought process is, or I tell this to people all the time, God's time. God's time. You don't know what God's time is. When the Bible says he created the heavens and the earth in 7 days.
We don't know what 7 days
seven
means.
earth days or 7 God days. And so you really don't know. The second coming could be right now, and that's why it's chaos. And for the next 40 years, it's going to be complete chaos. Now, the Bible does say, like a thief in the night, it'll happen suddenly. So it's not
in
like
that case, you won't know.
No one can ever give us a date or a time. And there is no confusion, so it will happen.
Well, the other piece, I mean, this is getting really deep right now. Because even if you were to die suddenly, can anybody answer the question, do you keep consciousness as it is if you're gone?
No one alive can tell you that.
Exactly.
You have to pass over first.
So that's kind of an interesting concept.
Remember Houdini tried to do that. Houdini told his wife, if I die before you, I will, if psychics are real, I will use the psychic. They kept going to one psychic.
Right.
I will go to the psychic and I will tell something to her very specifically and you'll know it's me.
Right.
And he never did.
Right. Just a lousy psychic. Everything though, we can put everything into I don't even want to call it a fantasy world. I want to call it an undeniable, can't be proven world, I guess. Because are we here by aliens who are using us as an ant farm? Are we here by a different dimension? Are we here by a godly a godly spirit, force, person, whatever you want to call it? And then when we die, our soul goes somewhere. Does it not go somewhere? Do we maintain conscious? We could ask all these questions all day long. You can only believe in what you believe in.
And here's the thing. You won't know. All of that doesn't matter because you don't know what you don't know. We can be ants in a farm and aliens have put us here to make us who we are. Does it matter how we got here? Because my thought is, if you're told tomorrow you are an ant on the farm and that we were put here by aliens, would you change what you were doing?
Maybe.
No. You'd still keep being an ant.
Well, it's just like I want to go to 5D.
If you realize that and you become a believer in God, that God created us and that he wants us to be good people and move on and be with him in heaven, would you change what you're doing? If you're a bad person, you probably should. But
you can't define bad or good.
Yes, you can.
In this theory, you can't. In this theory of we don't know who we are, or what we are, or where we're going, we can't prove bad or good.
No, yeah, you can.
How?
Because there's a law in both circumstances. Do good. Don't hurt the other ants. So if you go by that one basic law of don't cause harm. So if you're an ant in an alien world or a child of God, either way, don't do harm. If you believe in Gaia, Mother Earth, same thing, don't do harm. So no matter what, there's one basic thing. As long as you're not hurting other people, you're probably good. In all three circumstances.
we can't really define
give me a
that
knife.
is. That's only in the moment, though.
If I
That's
kill
only in the moment of this. That doesn't mean it's going to be the same thing in your 5D world. That you're not your 5D world.
in the 5D world, it's all peace and harmony. Do you think stabbing your neighbor is peace and harmony?
That depends on how it's defined.
Peace and harmony.
Peace and harmony can be defined as something that's not good.
Someone give me a knife.
As
I'm
of
going to
today.
teach him something.
And Dakota mentions negative or positive. Well, there's negative and there's positive, yeah, but who knows that if in a different world, it could be opposites.
We're not in a different world.
But we are. If we're talking different dimensions and
No.
we're talking different things like that, we could be anywhere.
No, you're not listening.
Everywhere.
3D world is what we're in now.
Okay.
5D are the people who shift consciousness to be from working in the good in the 3D world. They just shifted as good, causing no harm, being peaceful, full of love, causing no disheartening on anything. That is the 5D.
So it's a red pill, blue pill.
Yes, the 5D is the peace and harmony. So when you get the 5D, people aren't going to start suddenly killing each other and do, yay, killed me. It's
oh my gosh, Dakota
thing.
agreed with me on something. He says Brian's correct.
So in the
good and bad is relative to the individual.
It is, but in the 5D world, it will not be.
But it will only be. I have to extend that to. It's only relative to the individual, based on experiences and based on the world that you're within.
In the 3D world. In the 5D world, there is no pain, hardship, anything. I'll put you down the train of this TikTok.
I don't want to go down that train.
Yeah, it's the up leveling. It's all the woo woo. It's the Mother Teresa's of the world is going to the 5D.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not killing people in the 5D world. I don't think Mother Teresa would kill an ant.
Yeah, but we're talking Fahrenheit 451 here.
No, we're not.
We're talking the Matrix.
Yeah. We are in the Matrix.
Oh, now you blow my mind.
We are in the
Matrix. Yeah, we don't. I can honestly say we don't know, because good can be bad and bad can be good. Now, there's always a counter. Don't get me wrong there. I think it's a positive negative. Yes. Mm-hmm. Just like Dakota said, positive negative. But you have to define what those are, and those only can be defined by where you are.
Yeah, just like I used to say it, and I don't say it anymore, is do unto others as you would like to be done unto you. There are some sadomasochists out in the world.
It's called the golden rule.
No, but there's sadomasochists who want to be hurt. See? So then you can't worry about that kind of stuff. So my thought process is...
This is a deep topic today.
My thought process is, if you want to go down the rabbit hole, go to TikTok and look up 3D world, 5D world. And then from that, it will just bring you down the rabbit hole of, oh my gosh, there's so much happening around us right now that if it is really happening, I'm tired already.
Well, there's plenty of things to be tired of already.
No, outside of our three-dimensional world. If everything that's happening in the metaphysical world says, is it happening? There's a lot happening.
Right. Now, I will have to say and caveat the fact that I don't think you believe in all of this, right?
Yeah.
You're just seeing it.
I'm reading it and just going down this rabbit hole because there are so many crazy things happening in this world. And according to the 3D, 5D shift, that's why all the craziness is happening. Like Hollywood, that P. Diddy thing, and all the actors and
there's where it goes.
With all those people going down bad things. You're like, what's going on? It's so terrible. According to the 3D, 5D thing, that's why it's happening. This major shift is revealing the evil in the world. It's revealing it. And it's like, oh my gosh, my brain hurts. I haven't done it for a while. I haven't read it in a while. So I'm really, when he told me that, I'm like, I have no idea what we're talking about because I don't remember. I just remember the high levels of it. So if you want to know more, go dig it up. Look on.
Or if you think it's nuts, don't bother.
Go look at YouTube. Because honestly,
we can only live in the moment. We can only live where we are. And we can only plan for our future.
And my thing is, you can't plan for your future if you're in this mess. But what I'm thinking of is, back to my quote. There's 3 types of business.
I knew you were going there.
My business, the other person's business, and God and the universe's business.
Oh, so now you've added to it.
And nobody's business.
And that's mine.
And my thought is, does it matter? Because you can't control it. Just be the best version of you. If you
Well,
are
I think you're only looking for it if you need to explain something.
my thing is, whatever you are, be the best you. If you level up, great. If you don't, you won't know. If you are one of God's people and you're still here in this world, and all the other people that were actually God's people got taken, you don't know. So keep being you.
And God is generic, by the way, in this statement.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
easier
it's
than me to
what
say
you
everything.
believe, whatever higher power that you believe in.
But oh my gosh, so much. Go down the rabbit hole. It's kind of fun. Just set a timer so you don't get lost in it. Okay, so I'm done.
Do not. These are the kind of intellectual conversations I like to have
We have them on the porch.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Because we could be right, we could be wrong. Everybody else could be right or wrong.
There is no right or wrong.
In this
And
case,
here's the thing. No one knows. So it's okay.
I'm going to shoot a rocket up and see if there's a globe above us.
I'm just baffled that all of this suddenly is happening. I'm like, wait a minute. I've lived on this planet for 56 years. I've never heard of this stuff.
Well, if you go back, I mean, if we go back to what is the word when God comes back? They say that there's going to
the second coming.
It's the second coming, but there's another word I'm thinking
Apocalypse.
of. Apocalypse. When we have the apocalypse.
Revelations, actually.
Okay, but if we have the apocalypse, there's supposed to be storms. There's supposed to be this. There's supposed to be all of that. Well, we said all of that back in '99, waiting for 2000. Then we sat around and waited till 2002 because it wasn't the turn of the millennium because it was in 2001.
Like a thief in the night. Do you not understand that?
Well,
there is no predicting. There is no guessing. You can say everything. All the signs are coming up on the Bible. Oh my gosh, Revelations, all this is coming true. It doesn't matter because one, we don't know God's timing. And two, all these storms and everything, we ain't seen nothing yet. It could be something, it'll be something bigger. We don't know.
Saw all that stuff coming, in '99. Every time the news, okay, we saw all of these tragic earthquakes and all this other stuff that happened, and we're going, that's proof. Whether you believe in Notre Dame's word or whether you believe in God's word, it's all proof. And when he hit 2000, the world's going to come to an end.
Maybe it did, and we just didn't go.
Exactly. That's the whole point. We don't know. And now, who knows what all of these things mean? Do they mean anything?
And the new psychics now.
Is it because the news is it because TikTok's readily available?
No, it's because everything's in our fingertips. We can watch the news around the world and see weather around the world. What I'm saying is with these new psychics that are out there, they are predicting huge storms, like cataclysmic, shut down cities. All of California is going to disappear. I mean, these storms are huge. So, I mean.
Well, the Discovery Channel, I think it was the Discovery Channel already did that.
Didn't the Discovery Channel many years ago tell us because the polar ice caps are melting, we're all going to be underwater in 10 years? We're still here.
Well, they didn't say 10 years. They just give us an example of what was going to happen.
We're still here.
Because, well, I thought back to those where was the big flood at recently? Well, like the North Carolina and stuff, and where the storm was going through. They say the storm was going to roll up the coast and it was going to flood New York and everything was going to be underwater. That's all I kept thinking was that crazy show that was 15 years ago. what life is like or what Earth is like after or something like that. I don't remember. I can't remember what it was called.
All I know
it was really cool though.
Here's the most beautiful thing about being human. Ignorance is bliss.
I can say I'm not going to say that.
Ignorance is bliss.
It's good to be ignorant.
Because we don't know. And can you imagine if you knew when things were going to happen, if we were going to just get wiped off the planet, how frightening it would be?
Right, but if some believe that we already have a predetermined plan for us and what we're going to, how our life is going to be.
If it's predetermined,
it's all predetermined. So if it's all predetermined, that means it was meant to be.
Well, you still don't know the end. I said the end would be terrifying to know.
Well, it would be.
And that's why no one knows it.
But there's some psychics out there tell you when you're going to die and how you're going to die.
No, they won't.
That's what they say.
They tell you.
I've watched the movies,
but they won't tell you because it's never clear.
Well, of course it's not clear
because they cannot
because
tell
nobody
you.
knows.
Yeah. So ignorance is bliss. So go be the best you. Stop worrying about all this crap that's happening.
I don't know,
now.
but I like the conversation.
Yeah. Well, we can keep going after the camera goes off because the thing is
Yeah, we are at 30 minutes.
the whole thing is you can worry and worry and worry, or you can just live your life and be the best you. Go live your life.
Unapologetically.
Stop worrying about what you can't control. And whatever you believe, just be the best you. Because in the end scenario, that's really what comes out. The best you comes out. Dun-dun-dun.
Depending on what the best you means.
So I feel if the best you means stabbing people, then don't be the
don't
best
do
you.
that.
So as long as
It's just not socially acceptable at this time.
he keeps saying, yeah, but in the
There's
world,
always a yeah, but in
but
this in this conversation.
in our world that we know, the world that we live in, the world that we are conscious of, the yeah, but does not mean that people being evil to each other is good. It is never acceptable.
I would agree with that.
So stop saying we're in another planet.
But you're saying within this conversation, you're saying we're doing something different. If we're
No.
doing something different, we don't know.
I say they're shifting. And I said, I don't know if it's a shift like bewitched quick,
Bewitched.
or is it shifting over the next 20 years, or shifting till the end of your lifetime, and then when you die, then you go. They don't clear that up. We don't know when the shift is. You could just be, okay, you're next, shifting. When he dies, he shifts to the, we don't know.
We don't know if we're going to consciously know it either.
You're not going to know. That's why I said we could be in it right now. And all the 5D people already left, and we're all the 3D people left to see her watching. Or even better, we're the 5D people, we've already left, and all the 3D people are left. We don't know. That's why I said.
Well, Dakota, it's only the three or the four of us today, or
So,
three of us.
Ignorance is
You,
bliss.
me, and Dakota today. So
And-
we're all here. We're good.
And this is how I know we're not in the 5D yet. Our lights aren't working.
It's so weird.
Electronics are not working.
No. Electronics are working.
Okay, the camera, the computer and the camera work. That's it.
Yeah, we're working.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I think it's over.
It's over.
We went 32 minutes. You know that, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't see anything over there.
So anyhow, make sure you like and share all this weirdness that we got going on here.
Yeah.
Because it might actually help somebody. You never know. It might, all the confusion might clear up somebody's life.
Go to TikTok and go down that spiral.
No, don't go to TikTok.
Just hurts my brain. Okay, so have a great November 1st and beyond. We'll see you next week, Friday, same bat channel, same almost bat time, and Mountain Standard Time.
And Dakota says he's a Jedi, so may the Force be with you.
And also with you. We'll talk to you soon, everyone. Be the best version of you.
Like and share. Denim and Pearls.
Peace.
Peace.